Hi, we're group 2. So we're going to talk about some trivia about whales. As you may know that whales are the largest mammals on the earth and might be the largest creature under the sea. However, there are lots of fun facts that you definitely don't know before. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to share everything to you guys. So enjoy, yay. So the first thing that I would like to share is that whales and dolphins belong to the same order Cetacea, which is further divided into baleen whales and toothed whales. As the name suggests, toothed whales have teeth and prey on fish or cephalopods, while baleen whales have evolved baleen plates instead of teeth and filter feed on small fish, shrimp, and planktons. And the second thing that I would like to tell to you guys is that although in Chinese they're respectively called 鲸鱼 and 海豚, which is whales and dolphins. However, both whales and dolphins belong to the same order called Cetacea. The main difference between whales and dolphins lies in their size, typically using the length of 3 to 4.5 meters as the standard. So the larger ones are called whales and the smaller one called dolphins. And in addition, dolphins tend to enjoy socializing in groups, and whales are more solitary. They like to just playing on their own. And the third thing that I would like to share to you guys is that some dolphins are called whales because they resemble whales in their appearance. For example, the killer whale, also known as the orca, is actually a dolphin despite being referred to as a whale. And also, the killer whale is the largest member of dolphin family. And the last thing that I would like to share to you guys is that the narwhal, also known as the unicorn whale or long-tusked whale, is a member of toothed whales. And the horn on its head, like an ice cream cone, is actually a spiral long tooth protruding from its upper lip. And narwhals live in cold waters near the Arctic, usually moving in small groups and feeding on fish, shrimp, crabs, and squid. Yeah.
My topic of whale trivia is about their daily lives. I have 3 topics, including how they sleep, how they eat, and about breathing. So first of all, we are going to begin with how they sleep. When it comes to sleeping for humans, it means our whole brain is having a rest. Although whales are also mammals, they use a very different way from humans. When whales are sleeping, half of their brain stays awake. Besides, their eyes are also the same. One keeps opening and one keeps closing. The reason why they use this kind of sleeping method is because they need half of their brain to be aware of the environment and keep their body moving to maintain the body temperature. And this is the picture when whales is sleeping. They looks like logging, and their head are on the opposite, and the fishtail are on the opposite side. They sleep together to protect each other. Isn't it interesting? The second topic is how they eat. In movies, whales just need to open their mouths, and then because of the advantage of their big mouths, fish, marine creatures in the area will easily get into the mouth and become meals of whales. However, for some kinds of whales, like humpback whales, use this kind of method. They will rotate, make bubble, and then catch predators. The last I'm going to introduce is about how they breathe. Most people may take whale spraying water as a special skill of whales. However, it's just one of the steps when they breathe. Whales are mammals, so they don't use gills. They also use lungs to breathe, and water spray happens when they expire. And actually, they don't spray water. They exhale the gas, and the gas condenses in a sudden when it comes out from whale's body. But it looks like water spray, so people call it water spray. Different whale has different shape of water spray. Whales hold their breath underwater, and the frequency they breathe is also different from kind to kind. Some need to breathe every 10 minutes, but some can hold their breath for about 4 hours. So this is some interesting fact about whales.
As the largest animals, whales exhibit phenomena beyond imagination. For example, if the probability of a cell become cancerous is the same, then the bigger a being, the more cancer it should have. However, blue whales with about 3,000 times more cells than humans don't seem to get cancer at all. This is known as Peto's paradox. There are two main ways of explaining the paradox. First, they have more tumor suppressor genes, so they require more mutations to develop a tumor. Another hypothesis suggests that since cancer takes more time to grow, it might form higher tumors, where cancer cells think of themselves as individuals, start cooperating and attack each other. This process can repeat over and over, preventing cancer from growing large enough to become a problem for large organisms. Additionally, when a whale dies, its body begins to decompose and produce lots of gases like methane and carbon dioxide. Since whales have tough skin and blubber, the gas will keep building up, increasing the pressure. Eventually, when a weaker spot can withstand such pressure, the accumulated gases, tissues, and flesh will explode. On January 26, 2004, a 50-ton whale was stranded on Taiwanese beach. This sperm whale was being taken to be used for educational and research purposes. Unfortunately, while being transported through the busy streets of Tainan, it exploded, and blood, tissues, and flesh splattered over the surroundings. Luckily, the explosion didn't cause any injuries to those performing necropsy on the animals.
Alright, last but not least, my teammates took all my ideas, so I'm not gonna talk about whales. I'm gonna talk about a kind of a dolphin. Its name is Orcas, aka killer whales. Let me show you the picture of killer whales. This is a picture of killer whales. Alright. Killer whales are often thought of as whales due to their large size and their predatory behavior. However, they are actually a species of dolphin. Killer whales are the largest member of dolphin family, and they can reach lengths up to 30 feet. It's about 9 meters, I think. They have a distinctive black and white coloration with a white belly and black back. Black back. Yes. And so I'm gonna talk about some fun fact of killer whales. AUKUS is. AUKUS face many threats. Moving boats and underwater noise can disrupt AUKUS when they are feeding and affect their social interaction and echolocation. Overfishing has a result in collapse of several fish stocks worldwide, while fishing gears pose a high risk of entanglement for AUKUS, which can lead to a severe injury or death. AUKUS are also at risk of toxic contamination from pesticides and industrial chemicals, which can build up in their tissues and organs and affect their immune and reproductive system. So the numbers of AUKUS may decline if we don't, 10 seconds.